Cockroaches. Motherfucker. Freemans. Big bad guy. Man. You know. Come on. It's the cartel.
Hey, Tony Martin. Tony Martin. Tony Martin. Tony Martin. Check about my ear. Tony Martin. Tony Martin. Tony Martin.
I'm about to cut the Porsche. Tony Montana. What's good? What's good? Welcome to the KC's Corner NinerGang Remix Podcast. It's your boy KC. Ice Cold. I am K Diddy on the Instagram, on the Twitter. Get at me. You know what I mean? Talking a little Niner football. You know how we do every week. And right now, this is a special show. This is a special show because not only are we talking a little Niner football, but for the first time ever on the NinerGang Remix, I got another one of the faithful, another one of the Niner Gang. And you guys know when I say Niner Gang, you got to say it like my man Birdman says it. Niner Gang. You know what I mean? You got to say it like that. So I got another one of the Niner Gang, 49 faithful. My man Zeph is in the building. What's good with you, bruh? Hey man, I want to tell you right now, if you didn't know, you're the first guy ever to step in here on the NinerGang Remix, man. I appreciate you taking the time, man. It's about 10:45 at night, man. My man got on the phone and rap with me real quick, man. So I appreciate it, bro.
I'm honored to be the first. Hopefully, I can do it justice.
Oh, I have no doubt about that. So we got a lot of things we want to talk about when it comes to the 49ers. Let's get the footwork out the way first. This past Sunday. Went into Denver. Peyton Manning trying to go for the record. We playing second stringers and rookies. I actually had an award show to work on Sunday night, so I didn't watch it live. And I tried to follow it on my Twitter and everything. And judging by all that, it was probably a good thing I didn't watch it live. Is that about right?
Yeah.
Damn. I went back and watched the first half, but I mean, what did you see live with that thing? What was going on out there?
I was in Huntington Beach at an Applebee's.
Oh.
And I got to stop. Like, okay, let me just say this right now. If I had a Twitter, I probably would have posted this. Canceled mine, as you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying, well, hold on. I got to time out on that. Because you were one of the great follows in the Niner fam on Twitter. What happened, man? You just disappeared.
It's a lot of idiots on Twitter and every social, all of the social networks. So, like, sometimes I get frustrated with some of the things that people say with no common sense whatsoever or no real thought process. So I may make a comeback. You never know. But
the streets are calling for it, man. I said the streets are calling for it, man.
Man, I don't know, man. It's just so much, like, especially when it comes to my Niners, when somebody either don't know anything about it, or they're speaking like I'm complete ignorant, like they just became a fan like in 2012 or something. I'm like, all right, you're an idiot, so I don't even want to, you know. So
Right.
Everybody gets the privilege, the benefit to call themselves so faithful, but a lot of these people that even I'm talking just Niner fans, they're not really faithful. So
yeah,
it just got to know and have to take a step back.
I feel you. So okay, so back to you. Was at Applebee's, Huntington Beach, and you watching Niners Broncos.
So what I wanted to say is that the last time that I went out, you were there.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord, as Stephen A would say.
I have a new, you know where I'm going with that.
Yeah,
I have
man.
a new superstition now. I will never go out to a bar and watch a Niners game again.
Oh, hey, man.
Last time, as you remember, we were out in Long Beach,
man,
watching the NFC Championship game. Everybody knows what the outcome is. We don't need to go down that road.
Damn.
Devastation.
Damn.
The other night, Monday Night Football, watching that game, utter embarrassment. Like, the bartender was a Broncos fan.
Oh.
Loving it.
Oh.
Loving every second of it. but I manned up. I was sitting next to a Niners fan. He was, he was talking major stuff before the game. I didn't say too much because honestly, I was kind of nervous. But with Pat being out, I was like, man, we don't even have Pat. Like, there's not a defensive leader out here.
Right.
Other than Justin Smith, I'm not just like Justin is a leader too, but just to not have Pat there is just like, I didn't feel real good about it. But anyway, my Niner fan, he left. He left at the top of the third quarter. He just left the go.
He left. He just bounced.
I stayed to the bitter end. Like, I stayed till probably the last 2 minutes. I didn't want that guy to get the final blow of the last few seconds, so I said right before the game ended. But
hey, man.
It was rough, man. I'm not going to bars no more. That's it, Kay. I'm done.
Hey, man. Like, we gotta do whatever we gotta do. I'm gonna see if we can work on that because I gotta watch another game with you. So I'm gonna see if we can work on that. But I mean, coming into that game, like first of all, off top, like when I predicted, the season records and all that stuff, that was a loss. I picked that one as a loss. It's a tough game to win. Denver on Sunday night, Peyton Manning it's a tough game. That's not easy. And then, when you got other, T. Brock goes down early and, and all that other stuff, it's like, it's looking even a little more iffy. Then, watching the Rams game, when Patrick Willis is out, I'm like, well, goddamn. You know what I mean? That was the one glimmer of hope I had about maybe pulling something out, is having somebody like Patrick out there. And when he was out, like I said, I got to be honest, the morale going, I'm trying to hype up the team, trying to hype up, the whole Twitter fam and all that and get hype myself. But, I mean, if I was in Vegas and I had to put money on it, I mean, come on, you know what I'm saying? The smart money would have been on Denver. So that I say all that to say, that's why I'm not really tripping that bad off this game. I saw it coming. They're kind of, they need this bye right now. They're a little beat up right now. And, they had second stringers and rookies. I think they have 4 rookies in the starting lineup on Sunday night. Peyton, you can't have 4 rookies in the starting lineup against Peyton Manning. You know what I mean? So,
Not the LeBron James of football, the regular season game. Did I say that out loud?
Wait a minute. Let's keep the LBJ slander to a minimum, okay? The LBJ does not deserve that slander. Now, if you want to call him the Clayton Kershaw of football, you can do that. If you want to go there, I don't have no problem with that.
Well, I'm just trying to make it very comparable because, they were both like one. I felt like until he got a second one, or whatever. I felt like, he's a one-ring wonder. He hopped on the team or whatever. And he had a lot of regular season accolades, the dude in Cleveland. But let's get back to football.
Well, that actually brings up a good question. We'll go off the Niners for a little bit since I got you here. That brings up a good question. Somebody asked me, I had a discussion with the homies before last week, asking me, Peyton Manning, the best quarterback ever, or would you take him ever? Obviously, we're going to say Joe, number one. But I'll even say, if we take Joe out of it, just like people take Jordan out of the conversation, just take that out of that. Peyton or Tom Brady, I think I will go with Tom Brady over Peyton. And that's no disrespect to Peyton, but I mean, I've seen the formula to beating Peyton Manning. You rough him up, you rough his guys up. It's happening. He's like 11-12 in the postseason and all this other nonsense. Like you said, regular season, no problem. When you got time to scheme for him, it's a problem for him.
Right. And it's a whole nother game in the playoffs. Like every single possession is, focused on it. I mean, it's not that it's not important in the regular season, but like the Niners know this is week 7. Week 7. This isn't like do or die. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a whole nother deal. Every single series, every single play, every single pass is going to be heavily contested, all out, 100%. And not that they don't. I'm not saying they don't give 100%, but it's a whole nother level in the playoffs. And we've seen it time and time again with him. And about that when the pressure comes and they're dependent on.
This dude, man, he's sneaky with him, man. He's sneaky with him.
When they're dependent on it gets kind of tight a little bit around the throat area. So
Yeah.
that's why I gotta go with Brady. I go with winners, man. Like for me, like I don't care about numbers. The reason why Brett Favre is so great is because Brett Favre did numbers wise, and when it like you knew when Brett Favre had the football and he was on about the 40-yard line and he had about 30 seconds left.
Man, most dangerous man in the planet. Most dangerous man in the planet.
Right. So I mean that kind of like I look at heart more than statistics. That's just my whole deal. So the fact that Joe, I know we say we're taking Joe off, but let me just throw Joe in there.
We might as well. We might as well. Just throw Joe in there. Just throw him in there.
Since Joe never lost 4 for 4
Mm-hmm.
in the Super Bowl, how can you beat it? It's just like Jordan. Jordan 6 for 6. You can't compare somebody else, Kobe, anybody. You can't compare anybody else to perfection.
Yeah.
In the big game, it's irrelevant. People like when people say something about any other quarterback, I'm like, what are you saying? Really? Are you okay? Because Joe had like less yards or less touchdowns than this person, that person. Okay, when that person got to the ultimate game, the big game, what did that quarterback do? Because I'll tell you what mine did.
Yeah.
So
Preach.
That's all it is.
Preach. That's what it is. Now, saying that, as we bring it back around, saying that, I don't think I'm crazy for thinking if that first Sunday in February, if the Niners do what they're supposed to do and get to the Super Bowl, and Denver does what they could possibly do and get to the Super Bowl, am I not crazy am I crazy for saying that I would not be afraid to go against Peyton Manning with Alden back in the fold, Navarro, Patrick Willis, T. Brock healthy, you know what I mean, and all the young guys getting all these reps right now? I would not be afraid to go against Denver in the Super Bowl. I'm just saying it right now.
Not one bit.
Not afraid.
When you said Alden, the next name I thought of, I mean, because obviously Navarro, obviously Patrick.
Right.
I'm thinking Aaron Lynch and Navarro. I'm like, oh my God.
So look, if they get on the same line, you know what I'm saying? Who are you going as an offensive line? What you gonna do? You gonna double Alden and leave 1-on-1 for Cowboy and Aaron Lynch, or are you gonna double Cowboy and leave Alden and Aaron Lynch? What you gonna do? You know, what you really gonna do?
Wait.
So
I literally cannot wait.
You text me after the game on Sunday night. My phone had gone dead, so I didn't get it till like midnight that night. But you texted me and you told me, for the record, we're off the Denver game by now. It's already done. We dissected it. We knew what was happening. We're not sweating that one, so we're moving on. It's a bye week, so we don't have anything in this conversation to look forward to next week. So we're just gonna give an outlook for the rest of the season. So you text me and you said, we're not losing another game this year. And it's crazy you say that, because I feel like this team has the talent to make that happen. And before you even said that, I was thinking there's a strong possibility that this team could finish the season. I was just being respectful of somebody out there. It's the NFL. You never know what happens. But they can finish the season 8-1 going into the playoffs. And finish 12-4. I think no worse. Like worst case scenario, they go 11-5. They're not losing any more than 5 games this year. No more.
Right. Honestly, right there is what I'm thinking. Like what I believe is that we won't lose another game, because this is the time. This is exactly not last year is last year, but at the same time, this is still the exact same team, except a little younger and a little more talented.
Right.
And they know how to win, and we're getting everybody back. If the NFL were to finally bless us with some good news for once, and give us all them back off of this bye,
Oh.
Can you imagine? Like, he's a caged animal. Can you imagine what he's going to do?
Wow. Hey, if we get Alden back, like you said, coming off the bye, and then we have him going into New Orleans, oh man.
Right.
It's about to be so serious, man. And the thing about it is they got beat up on Sunday. But before that, I feel like they didn't, like, the teams took advantage of what the Niners weren't doing correctly, and that was taking care of the ball and the penalties. It wasn't like anybody came into, up against the Niners like, say, Dallas did to Seattle, you know what I'm saying, and just beat the hell out of us, you know what I mean? Didn't nothing like that happen. We gave away the Bears game. We had about 130 yards penalties against Arizona, you know what I'm saying? Those were the two losses before that. We don't turn the ball over against Chicago, and we cut down on the penalties against Arizona. We're probably looking at a 6-1 team right now or something like that. So, I just feel like they're going to shore all that stuff up. Like you said, they're getting healthier. The schedule is going to get easier. I mean, we got Seattle twice, we got Arizona once, and San Diego once. But the last 6 games of the season, the Niners don't lead the Pacific time zone. The 2 road games are Seattle and Oakland. So, I mean, that's a good look. You know what I mean? Late in the season, no 10 o'clock starts, no cold weather games, nothing like that. So,
two games that you brought up. Funny you mentioned those. Those are the 2 games that I'm trying to go to for the rest of the year. I said, this year, I only go to hostile territory. I went to Dallas. I was in Dallas.
Okay, wait a minute. Talk about Dallas real quick. Talk about Dallas. That looked like an insane scene, man. What was going on in Dallas?
I was there, physically present for the Niner invasion.
Oh, they took over.
To the faithful, yes. Oh, my God. It was unbelievable. On the outside, when I pulled up, I got there just a little. I missed a little bit of the first. I missed the fumble. I missed Scooter causing a fumble. I missed Culliver running there. I missed that part.
Oh.
Literally, the Dallas staff that the ushers that check people in, y'all whack. Y'all are so whack.
What was they doing?
I tried to take my GoPro in there. I got my GoPro in the candlestick, and I got my GoPro in the Minnesota, and I never had a problem with it.
Wow.
I took my GoPro to Jerry's World, and they can't take this in. I'm like, why? I took it in the 2 other stadiums.
Right.
Like, the rules changed last year. I was like, I was in stadiums last year with it. Needless to say, I missed the touchdown. So I go and stash my GoPro, and I run back. I look up on the big screen that they have on the outside of the stadium, and I'm like, we scored already. I was hot. But once I got in the stadium, I have to say this. I have not been to Levi yet. I have my own personal thing. That's a whole nother show.
We're gonna have to get in that another time, and we're gonna have to get you to Levi's also. We're gonna have to break that down and get you to Levi's.
Oh, man, I'm candlestick to the death. Anyway, so get inside Jerry's World. Unbelievable. Unbelievable stadium. I mean, that venue is unreal.
Wow.
But when I got to my section was like 80-20 Niners.
Ooh.
That's not even a joke. It was red. My whole row was Niners.
Oh, dog, it was so crazy to see it on TV. I don't know if you saw the pictures. Like, they had this one shot. I think it was after. It might have been after Cap's first TD pass, and they showed a big shot of one full side of the stadium. It was all red. Like, it was all red. It was crazy.
That might have been us.
It was all red, like from the top of the stadium to the bottom. They showed if you cut the stadium in half, they showed one half of it. It was all red. It was insane to see on TV.
Was it the corner that Vernon caught that touchdown in?
It was. I think it might have been. You know what? I think the camera was on that corner, so it showed everything out from there. So I don't know if it was in that corner, but it showed everything out from there. And I already know right there was a lot of Niner fans because I saw them when the touchdown happened, them putting their hands up and stuff like that. So I already know what it was looking like. I saw that on the after point, on the extra point. I saw them when they kicked it over there. It was just crazy red. I had never seen. I knew there was going to be Niner fans there. I didn't expect that. I didn't see that coming. That was insane.
Honestly, I didn't expect it when I landed, but it was a couple of Niner fans on the plane.
Yeah.
Coming from California, going to Dallas with me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's cool. At least it's going to be, I'll be around some faithful, whatever, be, decent turnout.
Right.
But I knew the day before that game was going to be
Yeah.
have a lot of Niner fans.
Didn't they have like a barbecue or something? Did you go to that?
No, I didn't go to that.
Oh.
I went to the grassy knoll and all of that where JFK got shot.
Okay.
And I'm down there. I'm just in downtown Dallas, like, doing something, with my family. I have a cousin down there.
Mm.
And I'm, wherever I went, there was more Niner fans, like, inside the JFK thing, the building and all of that.
Yeah.
Lee Harvey Oswald was. All of that, like the whole line, like, there was, like, if there were 10 Niner fans, there was 2 Cowboy fans in the line. And I'm like, a lot of Niner fans here going outside, like, all over downtown Dallas was Niner fans.
Right.
And very few Cowboy fans.
Mm.
I was like, damn, man, this game might have a lot of Niner fans. But when I got there and after, you go in and everything is kind of opens up and you see, like, all of this, all this other Dallas shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And I looked at the crowd, I was like, what the? It's red everywhere. I was like, this is crazy.
He was at home, man. He was at home. He was like, I'm home. I'm here. That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
It was an unbelievable experience. I'm so glad I dropped what I dropped to get there. It was worth every single penny to watch them. I personally, Seahawks I don't like them either. I hate them, but like the Cowboys are like number 1 rivals.
Oh, the Cowboys! The Cowboys go back, man. It goes back with the Cowboys. This goes back to childhood for us with the Cowboys. How they tormented us when we was young kids, man. It goes way deep with the Cowboys. But so look, we're running out a little bit of time. But there's 2 things I wanted to talk to you about. Number 1, this one could be real quick. I don't think I've ever talked to you about this, but it seems like something that you got to talk about. When you talk to another Niners fan. I personally don't know why, but this is still an issue. How do you feel about Cap?
How do I feel about Cap?
Yeah.
Cap is good. Cap is improving, but I said 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
No, I said last year. Justin Smith's health on my podcast. I said Justin Smith's health is the key to this season.
Mm.
That was last year.
Right.
And he wasn't 100% healthy.
Right.
And it kind of showed.
Right.
This year, the key to us winning the Super Bowl is Cap's development when it counts. Like, think about the mistakes that we made in the NFC Championship, the fumble, the interception, and then the other interception. Like, he makes those improvements, and he makes the right read. Like, he made a bad read on the interception. Should have went under to Bruce, but he got clicking with Stevie.
Right.
And he forced one.
Right.
Stevie. I've been to quite a few games. I hate when he gets fixated on Crabtree. I hate it because the whole stadium knows he's about to go to Crabtree.
Right.
He has to stop that. He has to continue to improve on going through his progressions. In Dallas, he was very cool, calm, going through his progression. I was like, whoa. I was like, okay.
Right.
I'm really confident about what we're going to do this season. He's stayed pretty good, but his improvement is what's going to get us to the Super Bowl and ultimately win it.
So let me ask you this: yes or no question? Do you believe in him?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Yes.
I do too. I'm. Well, you're not on Twitter anymore, but I'm all in on Cap. I believe in the young fella. I believe in number 7. I'm all in on Cap. So another thing before, because what I like to do with my guests is I like to give them a minute or 2 to say whatever they want to say on their mind. They have 30 seconds to say whatever they want to say on their mind. So I want to get that to you. But before we get to that, we can't go into a big dialogue with this. But we started on it before the show, and I got love for 85 too. Okay. I got love for 85 too. I got no problem with 85. But let's be honest, he's pissing me off right now. Defend him, Zeph. What's going on with 85?
favorite player. This is the conversation that we started, and Kay cut me off and said, "Hey, no, we're saving this one for the show." I love 85. He's my favorite player. I know, for the Niner faithful, he's a crybaby. He's soft. The dude is an absolute physical freak.
He is.
His head is all right.
He is.
Cap is looking at him. Wink, wink. Dude is unstoppable. I really believe that. Like I've never seen a tight end. I've never seen the tight end play a position like him.
Well,
so
I agree. I agree, but it seems right now he's too worried about Captain Torpedo and Jamba Juices instead of his own defense, his own blitz. I need my tight end out there catching passes.
You are 100% on point and accurate. You're right. I'm not gonna defend his drops because they've been real. That one on the oh my God, was like 2 yard line. The 2 yard line.
What about the one in St. Louis when he had the whole field in front of him and he just dropped it?
Yep, that one too. Yeah. I thought you were talking about the one he broke up in the end zone.
Oh! Look at this. We done named about 3 or 4 drops in the last 2 weeks, man. What the hell? Come on, Vernon. I'm not gonna bash Vernon because I got love for Vernon. I remember 2011. The catch 3, whatever. I remember what he was before that, man. I'm not gonna bash Vernon. I just need more from Vernon. I'm gonna leave it at that. I need more from Vernon. If we get Vernon the way we know he can be, we can be even more unstoppable. I mean, thank God for the Bills and giving us Stevie Johnson, because if he wasn't here, I don't know where we'd be with Vernon playing the way he is. And quiet is kept. I got love for 15, but what's going on with 15? What's up with Crab? Where you at?
Crab. I don't know. He wearing blue shoes and that was maybe his mind.
Come on, bro.
Come
on, bro. 15. If you stumble across this on Twitter or something, young Crab, and you listen to it, come on, 15. Come on. If you want to get paid, you need to ball out, 15.
I just think that I feel like Cap is not really like going to him that much right now because he knows that the league knows that that's his guy. That's his go-to guy.
Right.
So he pulls that out when he feels like he absolutely needs it. Let me just stop right now and say that move that Crab put on Jenkins, some of the nastiest route running.
That's why we get so hyped about Crab. That move right there. That's why we get hyped with Crab, because he can do that, man. That was so nasty. Real quick, Z. We got under 2 minutes left. I want to give you your 30 seconds. Right now, 30 seconds. Say whatever's on your mind in this world. You can talk about anything. It don't even have to be about football. Whatever's on your mind.
Well, I want to first thank you for allowing me to be the first person.
No, thank you, brother.
To come on to your podcast.
You killed this, bro.
What I want to say to the world is that since the third grade, I've loved the Niners. I believe in them maybe foolishly sometimes, even when other teams may be more talented. I really don't feel like the last few years we have been outmanned. I feel like it's just been execution.
Mm-hmm.
This year, I really feel, I felt it last year, but I feel like this is our year, and I think there's little things going on. If you pay attention to the little clues out there, like I feel like it's Art Turner, like the league, the league made a few little questionable calls up there in Seattle, Washington. I feel like maybe during this playoff run that we get a few breaks that we haven't been getting in the past. So I think I might be kicking it with you on Mason Street this year. That's where I will be.
Bruh, hey. I'm not even a huge drinker, but if the Niners win the Super Bowl, I'm going to just get so ripped out there in San Francisco. It's going to be a good time, baby. It's going to be a real good time. Z, we have 15 seconds left. I just want to thank you, man, for getting on here. I knew it was going to be dope, but this is even better than I thought it was, man. I appreciate you getting on here, bro. All right, man. NinerGang remix. Y'all be good. Get at me at IMK Diddy. Y'all be good. 100.